Stay safe.
Stay active.
And stay healthy.
From PASS, Physical Activity and Sports Specialist, and this is my daughter Athena. We hope you're keeping active at home or at school. We're here for week 1 of your PE lessons for early years foundation stage, so children in reception classes, and this is our first tennis PE lesson. For this lesson you will need something you're going to use as a racket. We've cut out a tennis racket using cardboard. If you don't have any cardboard at home, you could use a lid from something. This is from a storage box, or maybe you could use a magazine or a book. And in addition to that, you will need something like a rolled up sock or bean bag or cuddly toy, or even some scrunched up paper to act as a ball. The last thing you will need are some obstacles, and we've used lots of rolled up socks that we put around the garden here, and you can do that in the space that you're working in, because we're going to do some work where we're going to be doing some balancing and collecting. So today's PE lesson on tennis is all about balancing and control skills. So for the first activity, we're going to warm up. So you can do this without the racket first of all, or whatever you're using as a racket, and then we're going to do it with carrying the equipment. So the first thing Athena's going to do is go and stand in the space that she's working in, and she's going to make sure she doesn't stand on any of the socks, which are going to act as balls today. And Athena, what I want you to do to warm up is you're going to sidestep around our balls that are placed on the floor without touching any. Brilliant. So she's going to moving in a sideways direction all around the space without touching any of those obstacles. So a key part of early years foundation stage is being able to negotiate the space and obstacles. And she's doing a really good job there of concentrating on what she's doing, making sure she doesn't touch any of those rolled up socks. I hope you are too. Okay, freeze there. If you want to pause the video to have a longer go at that warm-up activity, please do. We're going to repeat that again, but this time you're going to carry your tennis racket with you. So what you're going to use is your tennis racket. Great stuff. So this time Athena's going to carry on sidestepping around the socks, so around her obstacles, but this time carrying her tennis racket with her. Off you go. So hold the racket out in front of you, Athena. Can you do that for me? Hold it out in front with one or both hands. And as you travel round the obstacles, carrying that tennis racket with you. So always looking where you're going and keeping your head up so you don't touch any of those balls. Sidestepping, good stuff, holding that equipment. Good try. Sometimes they're too tricky if they're placed close together. Okay, and freeze there. If you want to pause the video to do that for a little bit longer, please do. This time, Athena, you're going to carry your tennis racket around, doing side steps. And if I call out, ready, you're going to freeze on the spot, standing with your feet apart, your knees apart, and your tennis racket out in front of you. Do you think you could copy that ready position for me? Show me, Athena. So feet apart, knees bent, feet side by side. That's it. And bend those knees, stick your bottom out. So if I call out ready whilst you're sidestepping, you're going to freeze in that position for me. Can you do that? Awesome. Do you want to start sidestepping around those balls? And ready. Good girl. Off you go again. So sidestepping, in and out. Lots of quick changes of direction. Ready. Brilliant. Don't forget to bend your knees, stick your bottom out. You can have one hand or two hands on your racket or whatever equipment you're using. Ready. Good. Make sure your feet apart, your knees are bent. Off you go again. Good. Sidestepping. And ready. Let's have one more go. Off you go, sidestepping around your equipment. In and out, and ready. Brilliant. If you want to pause the video there so you can do that for a little bit longer to make sure you have good control and balance, then please do. Right, we're going to make it a little bit trickier still this time, Athena, because not only are you going to control your body and your equipment, but we're going to control the ball by balancing it on our racket or whatever you're using as a racket. Absolutely. So she's now going to turn her racket, let's put it that way so everyone can see, to balance her ball or her socks or a cuddly toy, whatever it is you're using, on the face of the racket where the strings would normally be. And now she's going to see if she can walk around the rolled up socks on the floor, keeping her ball balanced on her racket. So it takes a lot of concentration and a lot of control for this one. She's doing a good job. Try and keep your racket as flat as you can so your equipment stays on those strings. Okay, doing a good job there. Just going to say she hasn't lost control just till then. Keep going, Athena. You're doing a really good job. Looking where you're going at the same time as keeping an eye on your equipment. Okay, you can pause the video there if your children want to carry on at walking speed. If you want to challenge them a little bit further, how can we make it a bit harder, do you think, Athena? What would make it trickier? Still walking or doing something different? How are you going to make it harder for yourself this time? Do you want to see if you can go a little bit faster, so a little bit quicker, maybe jogging? Oh, it's hard to stay controlled and balanced this time, but she hasn't lost control yet. Oh, good try, keep going. So a challenge is to move a little bit quicker and still stay controlled and balanced. Oh, much harder. Really have to hold that racket out in front of you. Take that hand away from it because that's cheating. Okay, that's a tricky one, isn't it, to stay balanced when you're moving faster. So walking speed might be a little bit easier for us. Okay, stand here for me, just so you get your breath back. We're going to do some balance work. So just move back a little bit, Athena. Can you hold your racket out in front of you? Can you hold your racket out in front of you with your ball on the strings? That's it. And I want you to see if you can balance on one leg like a flamingo. You might need your other arm out for balance, or you might want to have two hands on your racket. And when you've got that control, see if you can take a foot away. Good. Look forward rather than down when you're trying to control your body. Excellent control. Now try on the other leg. See if you can balance like a flamingo. Good control. And you can spend a bit more time there on both feet, seeing if they control their equipment and keep balance. Right, this time, Athena, you're going to be moving around the area. You can do that at walking speed, balancing your ball on your racket. So come over so you can balance it on there. You might need to bring your hand a little closer because it's hard to hold. And when I say swap, you're going to swap your ball for another ball. So if I give you a little demonstration, you're going to move around, balancing your equipment. You can do that at walking speed or jogging speed. And when I say switch, you're going to bend down and swap for another ball. Still making sure you're going round. If I say switch, you're going to do the same again. And see if you can still balance your equipment on your racket whilst you're bending down, so changing your level. Off you go again. So choose your first ball. Okay, and start moving at the speed you feel happy moving at. Looking forward so you don't bang into any of your obstacles. And switch. Good stuff. And off you go. And switch. Really good job, keeping controlled and balanced all the time. Try not to keep your hands on the ball. If you want to challenge yourself, go a little bit quicker, Athena, or maybe you could try that side step again. Ooh, balance and switch. Good stuff. And switch. Okay, and freeze there. Do you want to come over, Athena? And you can pause the video there and play that for a little bit longer. Or you can see how many times they can switch it in 30 seconds or a minute. Now, Athena's been desperate to have a go at this one. Do you want to see if you can hit with your racket as our final activity? So if you grab me a ball, one of the socks, anyone you like. Lovely. Right, you're going to hold your racket. And I'm going to see if I can throw the ball gently. And you're going to watch the ball and see if you can hit it with your racket. I like your position there. Really nice. You ready? Watch the ball. Oh, really good try. You really made contact. Let's have one more go. Then we'll come back to this another day. Oh, he swung a little bit early. Let's finish on a good one. You've picked the smallest ball there, which makes it trickier. Yeah, high five. Awesome. Good job. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And remember, stay safe, stay active, stay healthy.